right. Let's share slides. All right. Can we see these okay? Wonderful. All right. We good to go ahead and dive in? Yep. Okay, well, this is where we get to talk about all the fun stuff. And I'm really, really passionate about our rewards program because I really feel like it's simply the best. And I wanted to start with what are your thoughts about this program? Do you feel like it's a huge perk for your oil clients and it's really important that you let everybody know about it? Or do you feel, oh, I don't want my customers to feel like they have to purchase more? Because your thoughts about this is going to reflect your customers' thoughts and if they want to jump in on this or not. So I think it's really important to check our mindset. And also remember that we're going to put in the reps. If you are maybe haven't been talking about the rewards program very much with your oil clients and customers, that's okay. The goal is to give you some ideas and tools so that you can feel really comfortable adding this in. And it might be a little bit scary at first, but the more that you talk about it, the easier that it's going to get. And I want to first start with, are you doing welcome calls with your new enrollments? I feel like this is really important and what sets us apart from somebody buying something at the grocery store. We know that they're going to get garbage essential oils at the grocery store, but they're also not going to get any education or support on how to use those. So I always think about how can we really give them this VIP experience? What makes us different? Not only because our oils are the goat and the best that money can buy, but to really help them with their experience here. And I love to say something like, hey, when your oils arrive, send me a text, let me know, and we can hop on a quick call. And I can walk you through how to use everything. Even better if they're brave, because I do a lot of my business on Instagram. I say, take a picture of your oils and tag me when they come in. That's really exciting because then they're sharing and other eyes are getting on it too. So create a buzz. And I like to tell them that this welcome call is coming so that they know about it ahead of time and they get really excited. Because do they even know how to log into doterra.com? Or do they know about the shop app or know about the rewards orders at all? If they don't know how to log in or how to purchase again, they're not going to. So this is really important and it just depends on where your customer's at. The Gen Zs, they're not going to get on a call with you. They want you to send them a link. They've already figured it out and set up their rewards template. Great. Your sweet oil grandmas, your glammas, they may need more help. That may mean a call to member services with them to set up their rewards order if they really don't get the tech side. So it's nice to know, hey, you can just call to set up your rewards order. You can do a screen share with FaceTime now. You have Zoom. We have all of these options, but it can be really powerful in a welcome call to say, hey, you have your own customer account with doTERRA. When you log in, you purchase at 25% off. Let's make sure that you know how to do that. And it only takes a few seconds and can make all of the difference with this. And then once they're logged in, you can show them the two options on how to order. This was a really cool PDF that I found in the DMK. So there's a QR code, there's a bit.ly link. I'm also going to post the link to the slides and all the links that we talk about in the caption at the end of this presentation. So don't feel like you have to write everything down or grab it right away. But this shows people step by step how to edit their rewards order. So this can be so handy. You kind of give them a guide and then you can send it and say, hey, here's your step by step guide, because some people get confused and they don't understand. So having a written set of instructions can be really helpful because you can text this to them, you can email it to them. Having a guide is helpful. doTERRA also has videos of how to set up their rewards order. So the more that we can give them tools, the better to help with this. And this is how I like to speak about our rewards program. doTERRA is like Amazon because everybody understands Amazon. It's like Amazon. You can do a one-time order or a rewards order. A rewards order, it's a special perk. It's just one item a month to participate. You can cancel it anytime by calling doTERRA or hopping on the live chat. I like to give them an out right away because that just sets them at ease. Oh, I can cancel. Okay. And sometimes I like to get really cheeky with it and kind of joke around and say, we're not getting married. I'm not asking for your firstborn child. You're not signing anything in blood. This is truly a perk for you that is optional. And then they kind of laugh and it takes off the pressure a little bit with that. But a rewards order allows you to get points back On your order, you get free shipping, you get free oils, you get special gifts, you get customized bundles and discounts, and it's the best way to shop and save the most. And I send you a thank you gift when you place your first order. Don't worry, I'll actually show you what that thank you gift is. But this is how I like to talk about it. It doesn't have to be scary. You're just giving them the option because what your customer's really afraid of is having a lavender shed. They are terrible that they're going to sign up for some type of auto ship that they don't know how to cancel and they can't edit or change it, and that they're going to have 500 bottles of lavender essential oil and not know what to do with them. So I even joke about that and I say, I promise you're not going to have a lavender shed. We're going to make sure that you feel really comfortable with things. You can edit it, you can change it, you don't have to get the same thing. And I joke and say, you've probably been burned by another MLM where you got 10 million bags of protein powder. We're different in doTERRA. This is not scary. We've got you. I'm going to hold you by the hand. And on that welcome call, you're talking about their challenges, things that are coming up. So maybe they asked about sleep, and you can just say, hey, you mentioned that you were curious about sleep. We could use some Serenity products to support you with that. I could help you set up a rewards order to snag those next month. Would that be okay with you? I love asking permission that way. And that wording, they're like, yeah, great. Let's set it up. And let's also schedule a quick call before your order goes out to check in and make sure that we answer any questions that you have, that you feel comfortable updating your cart. I got you. I kind of take my person by the hand for the first 3 months. And it depends on the oil client. Some people need that hand holding. Some people got it and they figured it out and they're good, but it's nice to be able to check in with them. When we've set up their rewards order, I have them set up a calendar alert on their phone. So if we've set up a rewards order that's going to go out August 15th, let's go ahead and put a calendar reminder right now in your phone for August 13th, a couple days before. And I show them how to repeat it in their calendar to remind them that it's time to check their rewards order and update it. Because the only time people don't like their rewards order is when they forget to update it. And yes, doTERRA does send out text reminders and email reminders, but sometimes people turn those off or a glitch happens. So I really want them to be empowered and take responsibility for updating that order and have a reminder to go off. So I walk them through how to set up that reminder in their phone. And then I check in with them 30, 60, and 90 days. Quick phone call just to see how they're doing. Hey, how are your foundational wellness products going? How is that Serenity soft gel going? Do you have any questions with this? And do they need ideas for future rewards orders? As they're telling me what's working, maybe some other areas that they want to focus on. And this happens a lot. Maybe we focused on sleep for a while and they want to work on digestion, or they want to work on clean, non-toxic cleaning products in their home. We can tweak things as needed. So I like to schedule these and set them up. And again, it's offering that VIP experience of kind of leading them through. And I tell them, please let me know when you've placed your first rewards order and I can get your free gift in the mail. When somebody places their first 100 PV rewards order, I like to give them a little gift. I like to reinvest my fast start went into them with tools and resources. You don't have to do this. If you're first starting out building your business, maybe you don't have money right away to invest back into them, but that will grow. Maybe write them a handwritten card and send them a Deep Blue sample or a VMG Plus sample or a MetaPower Advantage or something. But these are nice because they're all under $25. They're on Amazon. I can just ship them to them, but there's a card diffuser because our pilot's been out of stock. But I think of ideas of how they can actually use their products and their oils. I love this book, Essential Oils Healthcare for Today, because it basically walks people through how to set up a rewards order. Now, it's a little bit old school. It's more lifelong vitality pack, but I just tell my people just replace that with our foundational wellness products. But that's really cool because it's got protocols for energy, sleep, for lots of different things. Having a little box to organize their oils or a little organizer for their supplements, I'll let them pick and choose so that they have something. But it's really exciting. And I'll tell them, let me know when you've done your first rewards order. Text me if you want me to take a quick look at it so I can make sure that you're maximizing all of your freebies. I joke and say, well, it's actually true. I'm a Kohl's Cash girl. I'm the girl that loves to maximize the Kohl's Cash with the coupons, with all the things. So I tell them, let's make sure that you're getting all your bang for your buck with your rewards order. So this was actually something inspired by the wonderful Ange Peters. And I love this idea of showing everybody what you get with your order. So looking at a 125 PV rewards order here, if they're doing foundational wellness products, they're going to get the glass shaker bottle, a 5 ml peppermint oil, the free oil of the month. For example, this month it's our deep blue, and then a welcome gift of samples. So again, doTERRA provides a welcome gift, actually a whole lot of cool stuff. So you don't necessarily have to send them something extra. I do think a handwritten card is really cool. There's something kind of magical about that if you're able to, and free shipping. So they're getting lots and lots of rewards through ordering through the rewards program. If they continue that 125 PV and they continue that over time, they're going to get one of each of the top 12 oils every month, 10 to 30% back in points, free shipping, which is really great. And then over a year, so my husband is actually a CPA. And I asked Mark to calculate what is the total savings for all the things if somebody was placing a 125 PV order for 1 year. And of course, he made a spreadsheet and did the math for us, which is really nice. But if you get all of the top 12 oils, that's a 233 retail value, $233. All the points that you get back are 262.5 points, which is like $262.50 to buy free stuff. You now are a VIP reward status. You get 30% back on all of your orders. You're going to get a special welcome gift. You get the cool VIP rewards bag. You get exclusive VIP access to special products and offers and promotions. There's a lot of cool things here. So this really is a cashback wellness strategy. And it can be really powerful to show them that look, you're going to get almost $500 worth of rewards and tools back doing this. And you're buying your supplements already. You're buying these things already. They're not high quality. You probably don't feel very different on them, but let's get you some actual good stuff that works and save a ton and get a bunch of freebies with that. And I want you to show off your savings like Kohl's Cash. What is the real life return on investment that you're getting? Did you place your rewards order? Show us. Did you cash in points? We want to see. Show people that. Look at all this free stuff that I got. Did you get the free oil or a shaker bottle or a bag? Tell people about it. We don't know all of the perks of the rewards program if you're not shouting them out, if you're not sharing about them. So we want to create FOMO and excitement, actually show people what you're saving and what you're earning back with this. Do you know anybody who washes their hair or brushes their teeth or uses soap or deodorant? Hopefully you do. Hopefully we do. Uses supplements, cleans their house, all of these things. These are all things that we can purchase through the rewards program. And I actually want you to show people this. Show people how you do your laundry with the Abode laundry pods or your On Guard laundry detergent. Show people these tools so that they can see them to know we are more than awesome supplements and essential oils. We actually have some really cool non-toxic things there that you can replace with the rewards program and get rewards back for doing so. This was a graphic that I found from OneDrop. I looked in the DMK to see if we had something. I didn't see anything, but you could even go into ChatGPT and maybe create a graphic just showing your customers things that they can swap. And I tell my customers, look, you don't have to buy everything brand new. Finish the toothpaste that you're using, and then maybe try our On Guard toothpaste or our Supermint toothpaste. Maybe finish off the laundry detergent that you have, and then make a swap and try ours. So the more that we're saying, you don't have to budget for this, you just swap where you shop. Take what you were buying at Target or wherever, and you're going to get upgraded things and save a bunch. Target doesn't give you 30% back. We do that. This is funny because I got this text message this morning. And so I took some screenshots to show you what this looks like in the wild, in real life. So this is one of my oil clients, and she recently reactivated. It had been a long time since she placed an order, and she placed an order in June. And then she placed an order in July. And so I sent her a voice message, and I love voice messages to connect with people. And I just said, oh my gosh, I noticed that you recently reactivated your account. You placed an order. Thank you so much. And I saw that you placed an order in June and July. Hey, did you know that we have a rewards program and it's optional, but it's just one item a month to participate, but it's the best way to save and you can get points back on your order and free shipping and a free oil. It might be a really cool option for you. And she sent me this text back and said, which is a very common question that people will have, do I have to set this up the same item? You know, am I getting the same thing with auto ship? Again, that's the lavender shed fear. And I was like, no, you don't. Like, you can change it. which is really nice. You can cancel it any time. It's optional, but this is the best way to save. And then I talk about the swaps. Hey, you can swap out things like your soap and shampoo and deodorant. She asked me if I had Copaiba on hand. I checked, I only had a 5 ml. Little side note here. But I told her, hey, if you want to go ahead and set up a rewards order, I can reach out to my account manager and see if she can convert your other two orders from June and July to rewards orders. Because she's placed two, now three orders within a 2 week span. So this is where you can reach out and ask. It doesn't hurt to ask, but I want to try to help her to get her points back for those things. If you don't have an account manager to ask to help you with this, you can reach out to the business advancement team and they can help. Or you could even call member services, do a 3-way call with member services and your oil client and ask. It doesn't hurt, but that kind of lets your customer know, hey, they have my back. They're going to help me get points back. This is really cool because they might not know about this. So sometimes it's helpful to just pop in, send a little voice message and say, hey, I saw your order, offer to help when your oils come in. If you have any questions on how to use anything, I've got you. And did you know this is an option? I wanted to share because I also got asked about this today, the instant rewards order. So if you didn't know, it looks like this. It's the little kind of blue guy here under your rewards order setup. But this is an option. It doesn't replace your monthly rewards order, but it allows you to place a second order, or if there's a BOGO or a flash sale or something, the instant rewards order is really handy. So it could also be a really helpful thing to share with your oil clients and customers. And I think about it as it's your BOGO bestie, if there's a flash sale, if you just forgot something, so you already placed your rewards order and then you ran out of something or needed something. It's kind of our rewards little sister. And this message came in today. Anytime I get a message from an oil client or customer, it lets me know that that's something I need to talk about for our oil family and community. And I found this graphic in the DMK, and it kind of talks about the differences between a rewards order and an instant rewards order. But basically, it doesn't replace it. And if you've tried this already, if you've placed your rewards order, say you've already placed it for July, and then you needed something else, it's not even going to let you set up another July rewards order. It's going to say, hey, your next one's August. So how you kind of bypass that is you do an instant rewards order. You still get all your points back. It's all the perks of a rewards order, just nice, quick, easy option. So that's good to know about and share with your community, especially if there's a flash sale or a BOGO week or something happening. And then I'm going to really encourage you to do an unboxing video. Do a monthly unboxing video of your rewards order. And I know you just threw up a little bit in your mouth, but that's okay because we have the oil digesten, which is going to support all the things, including feeling like we're going to puke. And that feeling like you're going to throw up is a feeling that you're about to make some money. So go put your digesten oil on and use it in all the ways. And I'm really going to encourage you to do this. My customers have really loved this so much. You can see examples of it on my Instagram. I did one over the weekend, just sharing why you love it, how you actually use it. And it builds excitement and it gives your customers ideas of what they can order. So this would be a really great thing to start doing. And I would recommend do it publicly so that you attract some people. And I've gotten enrollments from my unboxing videos of people getting excited, wanting to get the toothpaste or the deodorant or something kind of cool. So you never know who's watching. And I really want to encourage you to be brave enough to be bad at something new. Again, this is how we get better. We're going to try new things and be brave. And you may be saying, Laura, I don't know how to do that. I've never done a live video. I've never done a reel. And I want you to meet one of my dear girls, Linda, who is on our team. She is 78 years young. She has fabulous hair. She loves the doTERRA shampoo and conditioner. And if you go to her Instagram, you will see her do all kinds of reels and drink her VMG Plus and do the things. So she's going to be the inspiration for you to show up and start sharing, and that you can always learn something new and learn how to do a reel, learn how to do a video. And it's going to help you grow in so many ways and help your retention, help with rewards. So go check out Linda. She is awesome. And I just want to reiterate, our rewards program really is the best out there. We have non-toxic versions of the things that are not only higher quality, they're better for us. They come straight to our door with free shipping. We get a free oil, we get a gift, we get 30% back on our order in points to buy free stuff. 30% back. Amazon's not doing that. Kohl's Cash, this is better than Kohl's Cash. You save more than that. It's better than Sam's. We are the best. Do your customers understand this? And are you talking about it this way? Because retention comes from education and follow-ups, not just enrollments. Helping people with the rewards program is that second enrollment. When people feel guided and confident in using their products, they keep buying. And customers stay when they feel connected, not just to the products, but to you and your community. And the secret really is in support. It's not about where you enroll people, it's about how you support them after. And wellness advocates who genuinely educate, engage, and serve their customers will have high retention. So the real question is, are you creating an experience that makes them want to stay? With our new elevated comp plan, the rewards program is really important in a few different areas, but especially with that power of three, because on your level one, we need to create 500 in rewards volume. It all needs to be rewards. And this is where that personal growth volume comes in when looking at these boosts. So we have our 50, 250, and 1250 power of three bonuses, but depending on your PGV, and this is from personally enrolled customers or wellness advocates who enrolled in the past 12 months. Depending on what your PGV looks like, you can get an extra 50, 250, or $500. So you can boost up, you can earn 100, 500, or 1750. So this is really key in how this is going to help you. Now at Leadership, Mark and I were so honored to walk as new baby diamonds, and we were backstage waiting to walk, and we ran into Lindsay Norman, and she is a Blue Diamond leader in doTERRA. And we were talking a little bit, and she said something that really stuck with me. She said, doTERRA has a belief issue right now because our products are amazing. And I hope that you can agree with me. We are the GOAT of essential oils. We have amazing, amazing products that have changed my life, hopefully yours too, which is why you're here. We have an amazing corporate team. I really hope you feel the support of corporate. They're doing these calls. They're really going out of their way to try to provide education and support and help you feel seen. And what's lacking is a belief in ourselves. Our wellness advocates are lacking in belief in themselves right now. And so I want to encourage you to be bold, to be brave, to be seen, to show up, to be vulnerable, to share your story, maybe the story that you've been a little bit afraid to share, but would bring connection. That's how we build connection and trust, and share it from your chest. And magic is going to happen when you do that. I've gone through some really hard things in my life. As I mentioned, cancer. 2 years ago, I went through a hysterectomy and I shared that. And it's the 2-year anniversary is coming up. So I was sharing some things from that time. But when we share hard things, we build connection. And so I just want to encourage you to step into who you are and your story and own that. And the belief that you can do this, you can help people. And I think we get shut down when we're worried about what other people are going to think. If those people are not paying your bills, I do not care. I am not interested in what you think about this. But there is somebody out there who needs you, who needs these products. So I'm going to really encourage you to be bold and start to create belief within yourself with this. You don't have to be ready, but you do have to be courageous. And taking that step of courage, being brave, starting with that one person. If you haven't been talking to people about rewards, start to. And maybe own that. And maybe call your customers and say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I never told you about this. Let me tell you about this. How are you doing? How can I support you? Start a conversation can be really powerful. And this is something that I saw recently on Instagram, but it really stuck with me. If you want to find out who you really are, start a business. When you have a business, there's nowhere to hide. If you have money issues, you'll feel it. If you have low self-esteem, you'll feel it. If you can't handle confrontation, you'll feel it. If you can't focus, you'll feel it. If you want it to grow, you have to grow. Your business is a mirror. It takes whatever is inside you and it makes it real. Your business is your shadow in motion. Every action you take is a reflection of yourself. When you sit down to work today, pay attention to how you feel, where you are drawn towards, what you are avoiding. Those feelings are a map. Follow them. This is where the real growth lives. And it's so true because I always say growth is going to cost you something. There is discomfort involved in this process. The road to diamond, toward the end, it felt like I was birthing something. I've never birthed a baby. I've birthed a cancerous tumor and a uterus from a hysterectomy. I've had broken pelvis from hip dysplasia and surgeries. I've had 18 surgeries, but it felt like I was birthing something. And I understand pain and I understand discomfort. And a lot of this is retraining the nervous system that we can do uncomfortable things and it's safe and it's okay to show up. Okay. Hopefully this, I'm hoping this was encouraging and helpful. And this is kind of the fun time where we get to mastermind a little bit and we get to ask questions. Yes, you can definitely get a copy of this. Let me do that right now. I'll do it a couple times, but let me post the links in the chat for you. So we've got the how to order PDF, the I even threw in the elevated comp plan, the Earning with doTERRA kind of mini book, and then a copy of the slides so that you have everything there. But I'd love to open it up if you want to drop questions in the chat or unmute yourself. This is really your time that we can dive deep and make sure that you feel supported. I'm so glad this was helpful. Thank you.
Hey, Laura, I have a question
Yes. Hey,
that
Tracy.
can probably happen quickly. So I have two or three customers I can think of who order PB Restore. And good for them for ordering the best probiotic on the market, but it's, I believe, 40 PB. So do you kind of encourage and add? I mean, they're not getting points that accrue, but they are on rewards. Just how would you tackle that?
I would reach out to them. I would see if they're open for a call. And I would just start with so much gratitude. Oh my gosh, thank you for being such a loyal customer. I love that you love PB Restore. Tell me why you love it. What are you noticing with it? And just kind of hear from them and then say, do you have any other health or wellness goals? And see. And I just say, tell me more. Tell me more. I love that. Tell me more. And I'll keep saying that until they're like, I think that's it. But they may say, my sleep's been off, or, this thing's happened. And it can just give you some ideas. And you could say, are you open to some suggestions for that? I love to ask permission
Hmm.
before I
Hmm.
just go in and fix everything. And I would say, I'm not sure if you realize this, but you are so close. You are hardcore PB Restore girl. Oh my gosh. And then may even throw in, if you're open, would you record a testimonial? Would you post in our customer group about this? Because you're my PB Restore rock star. Like, see if they would
Love
do
it.
something
Yep.
or share their story. And then say, you are so close. You're 10 PV away from getting points. And that is huge. Like buying free stuff, buying free PB Restore. Are there other areas that you're open to? Or since you love this so much, would you be open to the fish oil, which can be really cool for brain health and joint health and helping to decrease inflammatory, healthy inflammatory response in the body and discomfort? I'm trying to be super compliant here for,
No,
it
it's
can
good.
help
I
you.
totally get the point. Yep. Yeah.
Um,
And like you say, especially after a while, I mean, just to thank them for, because I'm benefiting from that order each month, right? So,
I think magic happens when you show up with gratitude and you're like, I
yeah.
see you. And you recognize them and say that and just say, I'm not sure if you've tried this, but, or just see what's going on in their life. And then you can make suggestions. But sometimes people don't even know, like, oh man, I'm 10 PV away from getting points back or getting my shipping cut in half. Or some people will do
Yeah,
it just
that's
for
true
that.
too. Yeah.
So it's great to just open a conversation.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a great, great question.
Laura, I have a question for your wellness consult. So I tend to take too long, which is it's great because I mean I don't know who does a wellness consult in 30 minutes and still get them on LRP. I mean, if you can share that, that whatever it is, because I find it takes a long time to walk through over the products they bought and teach them how to go into their account and then plan the 90-day plan possible if it's possible. Um, how do you do your wellness consult? Do you do it in person if it's possible, if they're around, or do you just do it on Zoom? I mean,
I do a lot of them on the phone or Zoom. because I do my business primarily on social media. So a lot of the people that I enroll are not local to me. So I'll get on a phone call and I like to break it down because it is a lot. It's a lot to do through the welcome call and it's a lot to do. And I like to let people kind of be the gauge. But if we need to set a hard line, I kind of say like, let's talk for 30 minutes. And then if we need more support, we can set up another call. But it usually will take about 30 minutes. And it's fascinating to me. There are people that haven't even opened their box of oils until we do a welcome call. And that boggles my mind because I got my box and opened it up and was diffusing all the things and was here for it. By the way, if that's your person, they are a unicorn and they will be a builder probably. You get on a welcome call with someone and they've got their diffuser going with wild orange and they've already made roller bottles and they've already set up their LRP and everything. You just love on that person because that's probably going to be a builder coming on down the road. So that's a fun little thing. But yeah, walk them through it. Like, hey, because I find people are really overwhelmed, and I really do. I'm an activator maximizer. I do a lot of my calls on the phone so that I can fold laundry while I'm walking them through how to use their diffuser. I'm like, go fill it up, girl. They're like, really? Right out on the phone? I'm like, yeah, I'm folding laundry. I'm doing whatever I need to do. They're still getting supported and they feel supported. They're like walking that through. That may be different for everybody. Some people may do a Zoom. But I walk them through how to make sure their diffuser's going, basically how to use the oils aromatically, topically, internally. And you'd be surprised. I have some people who get the VMG and they're like, how do I use it? I'm like, oh my gosh, the instructions are right there on the, I'm like, girl, just rip it open, pour it in some water, mix it up. So some people need a little bit more handholding. What I also find is those that are hyper vigilant, they need a little bit more handholding. They have a million questions for you. They're very, you know, the ones that I'm talking about, right? Like, I put 4 drops of oil in my diffuser. Is that okay? And I'm like, yeah, it's totally okay. Those ones who are very hyper vigilant and have a lot of questions up front, once they feel comfortable with it, they will probably become your most loyal customers. So if we can just show them so much grace, do the best we can. I mean, also have healthy boundaries. And I also believe in office hours. We shouldn't be running our business 24/7. Like you need to have downtime, you need to be off screens, like all of the things. But if we set a hard line of 30 minutes for a welcome call, maybe we get through those things. And then I say, okay, now I want to make sure you know how to log into your account and you understand the perks and the different ways to order. Let's set up a quick call. And maybe we just do another call later so we can split it up and take it into easy bite-sized chunks. So see how they're feeling, see how you're feeling, check your energy. It's always okay to space it out. Or some people learn best through texting them information, or they're like, hey, email me this. However, that works for you. I want to give yourself permission to bring back fun into your business, to bring back joy. I actually really love doing welcome calls with my people because it's fun to hear their voice light up. It's fun to have them make a roller bottle and they're like, that's it. And I'm like, yeah, it's fun for them to experience the oil. So it brings me great joy, but see what works for you and allow yourself the room to pivot or reschedule or do another call if you need to or play with it. And then for those that refuse to get on a welcome call, because there will be some, I have one recorded. Hey, here's how we're quickly gonna use the oils aromatically, topically, it's like, here's a recording that you can watch. Here are some tools, because there will be a few of those. Yeah, just be real. Yeah. Yeah, you struggle to keep it within 30 minutes. You know, we do the best that we can. And you can always ask your person, how are you doing on time? Do you want to just set up another call? I don't want you to feel pressured. Like just check in. Just be real. Because life happens, things happen.
Do you find, Laura, that because you do everything online, or the majority of your stuff is online, do you find it more difficult to actually build that relationship and actually put them on LRP right away, or that's a longer process as opposed to in person?
I don't, but it's because people have been following me for years. Like I think of social media as the long game. It's the marathon, not the sprint. One-on-one is so powerful because you get oils on people and you can have that connection with them really quickly. But on social media, and this is where consistency really matters, is you're showing up, you're providing value, you're providing connection. So what's fun about that is when they are ready, they're ready. And when I hop on a call, they know me. Like they know me, they know my husband. They're like, "How's Mark Ricci? Oh my gosh." And so the call is more about me getting to know them, which is kind of fun too. So I think we can build connection and trust with people in different ways, but social media is going to take a little bit longer. It's a little bit more of a longer game. But I think that's something that a lot of people, I think it's a limiting belief that people who do their business on social media have bad retention or can't get people on rewards. And I don't believe that. I think it really comes back to how well you're serving your customer, how well you're supporting them. Because if they don't understand how to use what they've already ordered, they're not going to order more with that. So it's really kind of helping them with that and walking them through building connection with you. It's just, I look at it as just serving people really well. And some won't. Is everybody that I enroll on rewards? No. Like some people will, some people won't. That's okay. But I think the more that we keep talking about it and providing education is powerful.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't think I have my wellness consult recording available. I'll have to look. Let me look. Leanne, send me a message on Instagram and I'll check. It might be. I've got a lot of videos up on my YouTube, and I can't remember if I did that one unlisted to just share within our group, or it might have been a live video that I did in our private oils community. But we'll check there. Send me a message to remind me, and I'll take a look for it, see if we can find it, because that's helpful too. And to be honest, it might be a good time for me to re-record that because it's been a little bit, and we have some awesome foundational wellness products now. Yeah. And this, we do the best we can. If it's long, do the best you can. The more that you do a wellness call or wellness consult, welcome call, whatever you want to call it, the more that it's going to become easier. And again, it depends on your person. If you've got a super hyper vigilant oil client, take the time with them. Is this my magic hat? I don't know. Is it? I wear a lot of hats. It's my thing. But see, this is where you own who you are. This is part of my brand. People can find me at convention because they know I'm going to be wearing a hat. In fact, when I was on stage, they told me you cannot wear a hat because it shadows out your face. And all day people said, "Why aren't you in a hat?" So this is part of you being authentically you with whatever that looks like, showing up on social media as you are. What other questions do you have? Questions, comments?
I do have a question. First of all, thank you. Your energy is out of this world. I love it. Sorry, my video is not working right now. I'm just on my cell phone. So, but yeah, love it. Love your energy. So glad. My last session that I did, well, we did a not a consult, but anyway, sorry, my words are, I'm too tired. Okay, so anyway, a presentation. The last presentation I made, I had somebody that she said she will never open a client account. She's like against that. She said, I'm going to buy. I said, you have an account? No, I will never open one. So I'm like, I tried everything just to explain, like, you can cancel anytime, LRP and all that. And I said, it's not like the others. And she was so reticent. Like, she was like, no, no, no. And also, she wants study to be naturopath. She said she doesn't want to be attached to one brand. I said, we have many naturopaths in doTERRA, and you can use doTERRA or other products. I can help you. But yeah, she doesn't want to open a client account. So she's like, well, I said, well, if you don't open one, usually it would be like you have to pay the full price. You would save the money. I tried everything. Like in those cases, maybe she buy a couple more. She has some product. Like, what do you do with that when somebody doesn't want? I think she's scared. I don't know. I tried everything, and yeah, I got a dead end with that one.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, so Sylvie, tell me more. Was this in a class with other people, or was this a one-on-one conversation that you had with
Oh,
her?
it was a small group. We were just four. Yeah, it
It
was
was
a
a small
class.
group. Huh, even
Yes,
better when
so
there's other people there. Okay. I
exactly.
feel you on this. So what I
Yeah,
would
the
say
other one
is
though was already in doTERRA with me. She was just coming back to learn more. So that was good. The others were already in doTERRA. But yeah, it's just yeah. I'm thinking of calling her, maybe talking individually and say, hey, she might be scared of, I don't know, information being somewhere. I don't know what to do.
so in a situation like that, when they're like, I don't want to get started, I wouldn't. And I would just say, great, you don't have to. And
Yeah.
I just love to just own it, own their energy. That's wonderful. You never have to get an account with doTERRA.
Okay.
I'm not here to convince you of anything.
Yeah.
I'm
I
sharing what's changed my life and tools, and it's sad because you're missing out on discounts and freebies and
yes.
being able to better serve your patients. And if that's how you feel, that's okay. And
And I
I
told
would
her,
even you sometimes you can play the tell me more game, like when she's like, I
yeah,
don't do this at all. You can be like, that's so interesting. Tell me more. That's probably
yeah,
where I would go if it was like a one-on-one.
yeah.
But I think you also have to check your energy, and we have to own that we're not for everybody.
I know. Well, she took my meditation class in the past. So we were friends because of that for years, because she comes for other things that I do. So I'm like, and I told her, I said, I'm just here to help. I have some people that buy once a year, some 2 or 3 times a month, some every month, some every 3 months, 6 months. You buy whenever you want. She just doesn't want, I said, you don't need to be on the monthly thing. You don't need a minimum of 100 PV. I have some that, and I said, the only thing, if you open the account, you'll have 25% off and you'll have the gift when you join. And she's like, I don't want the gift. I just want to, she has doTERRA product from everyone. She buys product from here and there and she doesn't mind paying more. But should I like give her our price for one order? Maybe she'll, next time.
Oh,
That's what I was
I
wondering.
if I do that, I always say I will allow one-time use of my wholesale discount. I set a
Yeah.
boundary with it, like right up front. I'll allow one-time use of
Yes.
wholesale discount. And because she's your friend, because you have a good relationship with her,
Yes.
you could one day, maybe go to coffee or maybe just reach out to her and just say, hey, I'm curious. Can you tell me why you never want your own account? Because you have doTERRA oils, you're buying retail. You could get a set a
Exactly.
discount and you could get education and support. This could be a huge tool, not only for you, but your practice and your
E-
patients.
Exactly. And I told her we should go and catch up and and she said yes for that. And I had somebody like that last year that she's like never had an account. And I was able to convince her to get an account. She ordered only one time, but now she started the LRP. Now she restarted and now she loves it. And now she wants to share it. So some people are just scared, I think, of maybe, I don't know if it's private information given or credit card over the internet. It could be different things like that. I gave her some samples, so I'll call her and say, "Hey, let's go and meet and just have fun. And I'd like to see if you use your sample and see how did you like it and if you have any question." But it was just weird. It was like she was category, like no way, and
Yeah.
she will never open an account. That was like, wow, yeah,
To me, when people just come right out of the gate as a hard no, there's another story there. There's a trauma. There's something that's happened with another company. There's a deeper
yes,
story
that's what I'm
probably.
thinking too. Another
Um,
company, because she said, you always have to buy a minimum. I said, no, not with doTERRA. I said, in the past, maybe, but not now. And I have some people that were told that, no, if you want to do the business, yes, but not, you can order whenever you want. You can even have the product and get the LRP and reward. And then the next month, stop it if you don't want to continue. You get free
yeah.
shipping and you get free product, and then you can decide. So yes, okay, so thank you so much. It was just like it threw me back a
Yeah.
bit and I was like, what?
Yeah. And I think you did a really great job. And I think the most important thing is to trust your gut, to trust your
Yeah.
intuition. If you're feeling that pull to reach out, reach out. Something that I'm doing, because I think we have to check our own energy. If that feels
Yes,
really draining to you and heavy to you, maybe let it go. I like to kind of say, I don't chase, I attract.
exactly.
I'm
I love
ready.
that.
And I
I
take
love your
the
energy. You're
oh
so cool. So glad I got to talk to you.
thank
Seriously, you're the best. It was a
oh
rough day
gosh.
today. And just hearing you tonight, that made my day.
Oh
Seriously,
man,
you're the
thank you, Sylvie.
best.
Well, we're here for it. See, we all help each other with this. Um,
Exactly. So
but
thank you so
yeah,
much.
like
Yes.
I really trust that if somebody says no or they're not ready, it's going to open up a space for somebody else to come in. that everybody kind of
Exactly.
ends up where they're supposed to be. So the key, it's hard to do sometimes, is not get emotionally attached
Yeah.
to the
Yes.
sale or to the thing and just come from a place of service and abundance. And I love to say that. Sometimes I'll even say that to myself several times if I need the reminder. I don't chase, I attract. And I even flat out tell people, I'm not here to convince you of anything.
Exactly. And I
Um,
told her that I said, I'm just here to help you. Whatever it is, it changed my life. So I just want to see how it's going, if it can help you. I gave her some sample and, I'm like, just going whatever, it's like let them at the same time. I know I planted some seed and we'll see later, one thing at a time. And yeah, it's just, yeah,
yeah.
it was just so I was just surprised how categoric she was, and I was like, "Okay, no problem. We don't have to." And I said, I even have some clients that they don't have a credit card, so I use my credit card, and they send me a e-transfer. So she
Mm,
liked that part. So maybe she doesn't have a credit card. I don't know. So that's something
maybe
to ask.
I will also say too, sometimes the ones that are the most challenging, like, do we want them as oil clients? You know what?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
like if it's a lot of work up front, even before we're not even enrolling, sometimes I'm like, that's okay. I mean, we want to help everybody, but you know, we not everybody's going to be ready is the truth.
yes.
And
And
so
she might be ready later, and we'll
yeah,
see what happened. And I had some really difficult one, and now they change, and they're so passionate about doTERRA. Now they're sharing it. So you
there you
never
go.
know. But thank you
You
so
did
much. You
good.
gave me a lot of good ideas. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Okay. Christina asked, how would you suggest reaching out to past customers that stopped ordering? They must have started for, or they must have started for some reason. Some are team members that I didn't enroll or really know. It's kind of tricky if you don't have a relationship with them, but that doesn't mean that you can't reach out. And I love a good voice message, like a voice text or um, reaching out that way and just introducing yourself. And I would just say, hey, I'm here as a tool. Maybe you look up a past order if you can. It's kind of nice in the back office that we can go back 6 months and you could just say, hey, I saw that you ordered some breathe oil or whatever it is. I'd love to see if you have any questions or need support with that. I would just start from a place of service. Are there any oils sitting on your shelf that are collecting dust? Do you have any questions over the product so far? Kind of get your foot in the door to see if we can start a relationship, especially if you don't have one with them. And if they are talking, then I would say, hey, I'm just curious. I noticed that you stopped ordering. Can you tell me more? And just see. Um, and coming from a place of, hey, there's absolutely no pressure. I'm here to help, kind of a thing, but just being a real human and letting them hear your voice and connect with you, I think can go a long way. And then coming from a place of service and value when you reach out can be really powerful too. Susan asked, do you know of anyone who is looking to share a hotel room at convention? Um, I don't, but she dropped it in the chat there. This is kind of a fun place that we can all connect. Oh, good. Andrew's already. I love it. This is the doTERRA community coming in hot. So fun. Okay, what other questions do you have? Are there fears about rewards that are coming up? Um, Limiting beliefs about it? Challenges that you're having? Any celebrations? Did somebody get started with rewards that you want to share? Or have you found something that works really well that you want to share too with us? Because we can mastermind too if you've got, I shared some tips of what works for me, but you may have other tips that work really well or are doing well in your business right now. What do you use for customer contact management? I am very old school. I have Kajabi. I use Kajabi as my email where I put all my contacts in. And then we have like a little education hub kind of thing off of social media that goes through the basics of how to use oils and has some of our classes and the basics of sharing in the business. we wanted to have something off of social for that. But truly, I use my calendar a lot. I use the little remind app on my iPhone to remind me to follow up. Like I'll just kind of schedule those follow ups or those connections to check in with people. And I really work on staying consistent on social media. I show up there. Um, but yeah, a lot of my follow-ups is old school in the calendar. Like I will just put the reminder, reach out to so and so today, do this. Um, there's some really fancy ones out there. I've just found that the more that I can keep it simple, the better. So I would recommend do what works for you. Some people are old school with pen and paper calendars. I just love my iCalendar and Google Cal and reminder app on my phone. Do you incentivize anything to help get people on rewards or just work with doTERRA incentives? I do. I will tell people when they place their first 100 PV rewards order, I have kind of an option of things on Amazon that they can choose from, which is just reinvesting that fast start back into them. So it could be a card diffuser or a little organizational drawer thing for their supplements, or there's a book that I really like, The Essential Oils Healthcare for Today. We want like a little reference book. And I let them pick, or a tool. Maybe it's a little oil holding organizer case. I like to because I like investing back into my customers. I think they get really excited about it. Um, but you don't have to if you're just brand new starting out your business. I think a handwritten card and a sample goes a long way. Handwritten card and a deep blue rub, or um, whatever is one of the samples that maybe doTERRA doesn't send them, could be really powerful just so that they're seen. I did I did what no one should do. I moved teams and lost all my people. I now know never to do this because it's been difficult to replace enrollments over 5 years. I've only enrolled one person this year. My upline is no longer in doTERRA, so I moved to someone who I know and trust who continues to educate online. Um, you know, I think one thing that I found to be really helpful on my healing journey, like healing from chronic pain, and I see so many similarities of that with building a doTERRA business, is we have to offer ourselves a whole lot of self-compassion. Like we make decisions for whatever reason that may come up, and then we do the very best that we can. And I think energetically, like just knowing this is a fresh start. And I think sometimes we have to kind of release the traumas of the past in order to move forward, almost like the pruning that needs to happen in order to move forward. So if we're stuck in a story that we're telling ourselves about something, it's time to kind of let that go. And what I found is when we take full ownership and responsibility for our business, for showing up, for doing things, that's when the magic happens. So I would say show yourself a whole lot of grace, show yourself a whole lot of compassion, do the very best that you can right now, and show up for your people. And this is the interesting thing. I kind of thought once I heal, then I'll be able to help others. And it was the opposite. Like as I helped others, I started healing. Um, I don't know if that resonates, but we see you, and show yourself a lot of grace through this process. Okay, let's see. I'm going through the chat. Okay, good. People are connecting for convention hotels. Do you have a set email or text for orphans to help them feel supported and not stalked? Oh, this is such a good question, Robin. Oh, I feel like some sign up not knowing anyone in doTERRA, but others order on their own. Yeah, the orphans are interesting. I do have a text for orphans. Let me see if I can find it. See, I mean, I use the notes section. Let me see if I can pull it up right now while we're here. And of course, it's going to be weird right now. Let's see. Let me try one more. Orphans are fun because here we go. I got one. I'm going to pop it into the chat and we'll talk about it. Boop, boop. So I like to offer sending them a welcome packet in the mail because I am a straight up stranger and I have to show them that I'm not. How many creepy junk texts do we get every day or things happen? So I like to kind of do that. And I also say, and I'm a real human on Instagram. So they can kind of like check me out or look. Um, do some people ghost me? Yeah. But I have had a few orphans respond to that. I have tried to send some voice messages. You know, my rule with orphans is what do you have to lose? What do you, if they think you're creepy and okay, but you did the best to reach out to them, I will add them to my email list to try to check in and kind of offer, you know, we have some resources we can plug you into some education and tools and VIP education Facebook groups and some of those things. Um, so that's my best bet on that one. You can play with it. The more that you can be a real human, I think the better. And we do the best we can with orphans.
I um I have I live in Florida, so I feel like I get a lot of people from like I live in Destin now, but I grew up in Hollywood, and I feel like I have a lot of people from like Miami, Tampa, and there's a lot of people down there that are Spanish, that are Hispanic. And so I wonder if sometimes they don't respond because they don't really, I don't know, most of you have to do and you have to speak English in business, but I just wonder I always want to like kind of try to figure out what drew them to doTERRA. And some of them I feel like are in businesses like spas. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. But I can't get them to respond. And I just reach out every once in a while and check in with them and let them know, and I have had someone like message the stop, which like made my heart stop and my throat, my stomach just go to my throat. Like it just sounds so final, but they thought it was a bot. So I texted her back and I was like, I completely understand. I'm a real person. Just want to make sure you knew that. And so that was funny that you said I'm a real person. So, but I don't know. I get hit or miss
Yeah.
with
And
them.
isn't it funny? It does. Like I've gotten those too. Like stop messaging me, and you're like, ah, it does kind of take your breath away for a little bit. And the more that we can regulate our nervous system, put some adaptive on, and just remind ourselves it's not personal. But you're doing everything great, Robin. Like, yeah, what do you have to lose? Reach out, see what happens. You just never know. All right, I'm seeing if I missed any other questions, or feel free to unmute if you have any questions. But yeah, the orphans are fun. I think we just have a few minutes left. Did anyone else have a question that's like on their heart or heavy or want to chat? My goal is that you feel empowered and feel like you have some tools, some action steps that you can take to carry forward because you can have all the information and the education, but until you actually implement that and start taking action and doing the things, we're not going to see changes there. And that's me as a my top two strengths are activator, maximizer. So I'm the person that's going to encourage you to just jump in and do it messy and figure out you can always course correct, you can always change. But if you never ask, the answer is always no. So it's a good time. And the summer is a great time to kind of reconnect with people and serve your people really well.
I like the new reports that they have because I have a large team. And so it can be really overwhelming to look at what do I do next. So I kind of really like the last 12 months of people. Plus it helps with the rollover, like just who do we focus on. But I'm kind of the type that I'm like a dog with a bone. I won't let it go. So I get overwhelmed because I still want to go back to those people that haven't ordered in like 3 years. And they're like, I haven't ordered in 3 years. What are you doing? So it's helpful to have the 12-month, have the personal growth volume report because it helps you kind of focus on what you need to be, who you need to be focusing on.
The reports are great. They're super, super helpful. I just dropped the links again in the chat. So if anybody came in late or needs those are all there that what we talked about. But yeah, Robin, and that's why we keep all that contact information. And then do Diamond Club and you can do reactivations as part of Diamond Club. And it's a perfect time to reach out to people and say, hey, let's get you reactivated. Let's get you all the specials, all the goodies. That's a really, really fun one. So I would just encourage that too. Like Diamond Club is awesome because it's that one chance that we have to reactivate people as like a new enrollment, which is really, really fun. So a little shout out to Diamond Club, or find a crossline sister who's doing Diamond Club and support them. And it's a great
I'm
way and a
actually
great.
going, I'm actually going to the trip the end of July
Yay!
to
Oh, that's
Oregon.
awesome. Oh, you're
Yeah.
gonna love it. You're gonna
My
love
first
it.
time that I actually earned a sourcing trip.
Congratulations, Robin.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Have a fabulous time. Share about it on social. Talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Diamond Club, Diamond Club is great to get you to do the things that you should be doing anyway. Like it just gets you doing, you know, what you need to be doing.
Yes. So true. So true. Oh, Sylvie says she's doing Diamond Club for the first time this year. How can I re-engage people who haven't spoken to in a while? I feel bad, but want to reconnect. I would even say that. Hey, I noticed that it's been a while since we've talked, and I feel really bad, and I would love to reconnect with you. How are you? Tell me what's new in your world. Tell, just something. I think it's powerful. And sometimes we can even just say that, it's been a while. I don't even know what to say, but I wanted you to know that I was thinking about you, or how are you doing? Or I think we try so hard to have the right words, and really just sending that message and reaching out. I think intention is everything. And just being brave and sending that message can be really powerful. So letting your people know that you care and that you're thinking about them can be a really, really powerful thing too. I'm a big believer of put a bunch of digest sun oil on, oil up, and go for it. That was my Diamond Club journey.
We've had so many things that have changed. You could just be re-engaging them and just saying, "Hey, just after the relationship part, we've had so many new things, and I just want to make sure you know about them."
Yeah, we do. Foundational wellness products are awesome. We've got convention coming up. Hopefully, everybody's coming to convention, and it'll be fun to connect with people in person, in real life. Yeah. I think sometimes we overcomplicate things, and we big deal them in our head. And when we actually just do the thing, it's like, oh, that wasn't so bad. So, anything else? Questions, comments, concerns, celebrations? It sounds like you are all doing really, really great. I'm glad that this was helpful and that we got to come in. And I want to honor you for being here. You had to give something up tonight to come and participate with us. And I see you. And the fact that you're here on a Monday night when there's all these other things that could be going on is a big deal. You're investing time into your business and in your growth, and that's a really big deal. So I hope you honor yourself for that. And I know sometimes it can feel like a lot. And my encouragement is that we take it one day at a time. Consistency is really big, but that you honor your journey with this. And my goal is to really bring more fun and more joy back into our doTERRA business. So work within your strengths and lean into that. I think that's really powerful. Oh, Tamara. Hi. I didn't see you on. It's so fun to connect. I'm so glad that this was really helpful. It was good. And I'll kind of hang back too until I had in my notes that our Q&A goes until 6:30 Central Time. We've got about 10 minutes, or doTERRA may shut us down.
Yep,
Or
we can have it go until 5:30 if you want, Laura, or another 10, 11 minutes. Or we are welcome to wrap it up early too. Whatever you want to do.
I'm happy to hang out,
Okay.
to be here to answer questions if people want it. We could go deeper. Oh, Andrea,
Did
do you
Susan
have a,
Myers have her question answered? Susan
did
Myers
I
about
miss it? Where's her
Salt Lake.
question?
What location is it? The one downtown SLC? That's convention. Yes, if that is what you're asking.
Where's convention located? Convention's going to be at the Salt Palace. Hey, Andrea. I see your hand
Hey,
up.
thank you. So customers who haven't bought for a while, and I'll reach out to them when there's a big sale or BOGO or whatever. And then I kind of feel bad because I'm only reaching out during sales or BOGOs versus like in between. So part of me feels like I should connect with them other times, but I only have so much bandwidth. And then the other question thought is like when someone enrolls and I'm trying to get on a wellness call with them, but they're just not responding, do you send them like a recording or a video of you talking about going through their stuff?
Yeah. Okay, that's good. So there's kind of two questions there of, oh man, I feel like I just reach out to my people when there's a big promotion going on. And then two, what do I do if I'm being ghosted about the welcome call? Um, so I love, this is where I feel like a monthly email can be really powerful of just little ways to touch people and touch our community. So I kind of look at it of I'll show up on social, and that's how I can kind of connect and provide value with people. We have a VIP education group, so we try to do an oil post or education tip or something in there, and create community. And then I love an email, as well. And I'm constantly thinking in those things of, like give, and then we ask.
Mm,
So like, in other words, have I earned enough by providing value and things to ask for a sale
right.
with that? And so kind of focusing on community with those things too. Um, and so because when you have a really big organization, it's not like we can always reach out to individual people, but connecting in different ways and letting them know that you're here, can be powerful. And maybe even just say that in your wherever your community is of like, man, I really am craving more connection. I'm like, how can I serve you? And just ask them like, what do you want to learn? What questions do you have? And it can be a great idea for creating content or an email. Um, one of the things that I do is I take the top three questions that I get about oils and I put that into the email. So before I even talk about the promos or anything, let's answer your top questions of like what's happening here. I try to give them like two loves and an action step. So, like, these are the two things that I tried. It doesn't even have to be doTERRA related on Amazon or whatever. And so it builds trust. Like, they're like, oh, maybe I would like this one. Or here's a really good recipe. Or here's a tool. So
Hmm.
we can talk about things outside of doTERRA too with that.
So yeah, I was gonna say I do that in a Facebook group.
Beautiful.
I I have a Facebook group that I post something every day and providing education, but the people that are not in the Facebook group, I don't, I'm not getting to. I have a lot.
Email.
Okay.
And
Or text.
we do the best that we can. Yeah, or text, whatever feels good to you. And if you can, if you know the people that you're not getting to, maybe reach out to them and say like you can invite them into Facebook, or invite them into email. We do the best that we can as a leader to share. It sounds like you're doing awesome with that. And yeah, the people that ghost me for a welcome call, um, I just kind of remind them, hey, I'm here if you have any questions. Yeah, maybe send them a little video. Here's the basics of how to use your oils. We kind of have a little website off of social media, and here's the login for this if you want to learn how to use it. Like if you've got something that you can give them that provides value, and just letting them know, hey, when you're ready, I'm here. You know, the door is always open. Um, but yeah, we do the best that we can. I think we have to surrender. But
Okay,
that's
thank
good. You're
you.
doing great. Yeah. Do you go over how to explain value in subscribing and having the rewards order? Yes, we sure did, Nicole. Yes. Check the replay and I'll post all the links again. The links will link up to the slide too, so that you have it. Some line. Do you enroll with rewards program activated at the same time? Or is that part of your wellness consult? So this is a good question. I usually don't because I find that it's overwhelming for people. So I do my business primarily on social media, and I say reach out to me when you're ready to get started, or I'll drop the enrollment link below. Usually I'll convert that to a one-on-one call and they'll enroll right there. Now, if they are getting foundational wellness supplements or some type of supplement, I will let them know you need to give this about 3 months to really see changes. It's going to take some consistency. You will save if you click that little subscribe button, and you'll also get the free product of the month when you do so. So if it is something that is going to be in their best interest, I will let them know. Like, hey, this is a way that you can just have this going. You won't have to forget about it. You can give it a good 3 months. So I think it's okay to introduce it. If we're not doing wellness products, or I get the feeling that they're very overwhelmed and that just the enrollment is a lot for them, I'll wait, and then we'll talk about rewards on the welcome call. Or we may have just a call just about rewards. So it's kind of a case by case thing, and trusting my intuition and seeing what they need during that time too. Because it is kind of cool that that's an option and they can get the free product of the month when they set up and subscribe on the rewards program, which is cool. Do you prefer email to WhatsApp group for customer? I have both. So I have an email, and then we have a WhatsApp group too. I think it just depends on what your customers are looking for and what feels good to you too. But I try to touch them in different ways. Like we have a private Instagram, a private face group, a WhatsApp, email, and then kind of a separate hub that they can log into. Do you think sharing the business on your personal media page is good, or does it turn people away? I'm having difficulty getting engagement on my business and personal. So I just have one Instagram because I really believe you are your brand. Like you're all of it. Um, and it can be a lot to juggle multiple Instagram accounts. So I would say show up as you are, and be authentically you, and talk about those things. It's going to turn some people away, but if it does, those are people that would have never purchased from you in anyways. So that's not a loss. Um, I think that's something that uh, I really think it's powerful to show up authentically. And we have fear of how people are going to take it. I have unfollows every day, and bless the unfollows. I really do believe that new is going to come in, that people who are ready are going to come in. And I'm realizing more and more that I'm not for everybody and everybody's not for me. So the more that we can be our true self and show up authentically, it'll attract people. So keep showing up. Yeah. I have a similar problem. I have two separate Instagram pages, one for personal, the other for doTERRA. And I like doing it all in one too, because my page is not just doTERRA, it's my life. So people may come to learn about weight training or weightlifting. I also talk about women's health. I'm talking about how to heal after hysterectomy, or different surgeries. I sprinkle doTERRA in with what I'm doing. And I would really encourage you, you probably have some main pillars in your life outside of doTERRA that you love, or that you can talk about, or that you can provide value. So I talk a lot about neuroplastic pain and healing from chronic pain. So somebody may follow me. What I think about is, if somebody never purchases a doTERRA product from me, would they find value from what I'm sharing? Would they stick around? Would they still show up there? So I'm a big believer in just have one account. It keeps things a lot more simple for me too. Most people reflect themselves onto you, meaning that whatever they're going through may trigger from something that you posted, and they may unfollow, but most of the time they will come back. Yeah, I mean, I think we're mirrors for that. So yeah, again, not everybody's gonna like you, and that's okay. That's not my job. My job is to show up authentically and be a real human and provide value. Oh man, you guys are so gritty. You stay till the very end. I love it. I think it's going to kick us off here. But this was so cool. I kind of liked the rapid fire questions coming in at the end here. Thank you again for your time and for being here. Hannah, I guess the replays will be emailed out to the people who registered.
Yep, we will email those out. I think we're going to try to put them on the DMK as well. So,
Oh, perfect. Okay. So we got that. Well, that's our time. Thank you for being here. We'll see you later. Bye.
See you at conference.
Yeah, see you at convention.
Bye, yes. Thank you so much for your time.
Yes,
It's my
thank you. I
pleasure.
can't wait to see you at convention. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you. Yeah, come up and say hello. Come give me a big hug. We'll see you
Yeah.
soon.
Will do.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.